Shabbat Shalom and happy Passover for those that are celebrating it, and happy Chavez also. I want to get into the Star of David and the Satanism and the satanic meaning behind it. A lot of us think that the flag that they carry is actually the Star of David, and we also know that God stated not to ever use anything in the air, the heavens, the earth, below the earth, or in the sea as symbolism. All right, so what is the Star of David and where did it come from? 740 AD, we see an uprising of when Satan pretended to be Gabriel. He went to Muhammad. Muhammad went from Mecca to Medina, turned out Muslim religion into a political, economical means, and went back into Mecca and took it over. Now, with the Crusades and the Christianity on the uprise, and Christianity becoming a political and economical means and taken over by war, and the Muslims doing the same, the Khazarian tribe up in Russia, which technically was the most powerful, it was renting armies to the Muslims to go against the Christians and the Crusades and whatever they had going on, and it also controlled a big portion of that region of the world up there where China, Russia, and everything is, with the merchants, the barter, and the trade. They were renting money back then in the whole 9 yards. Now, these Khazarians are called either the Serpent People, the Draconians. They went by many of names, and since they've had so money and controlled so much, they were not only just renting armies, they were lending money and doing a lot of this stuff today. Mayor Bauer was the king of these Khazarians, and he seen what was going on, and they couldn't keep up with their paganistic ways, which was adulterism, sexism, a lot of paganism, the killing of babies, the sacrificial. They had a lot of atrocities going on with their paganistic stuff that they did. So they figured they had, in order to survive and to stay alive and to protect themselves, Mayor Bauer had to come up with a solution, all right, to either join one of these sects. He sent up for everybody, for all three religions, and decided to convert to Judaism. They converted to Judaism anywhere from 1400 AD, from 740 AD to 1400 AD. All right. Once converted, but before converted, the shop and the store and whatever he did in the business that he owned, he carried a red hexagram. Now, these hexagrams was a 6-star hexagram, which is today the Star of David. Once converted, he made a pact with his family to keep everything in the family back then, which we see today. Changed his name from Mayor Bauer to Rothschild, which is the Rothschild's bank today that we see today, the Great Deceit. Now, I'm going to get into scripture of what this star means. I don't care if it's a 5-pointed star or a 6-pointed star. And the 6-pointed Star of David you can find in the Indian Hindu god, all right, that has all the arms and whatever on both sides. You can also find the 6 hexagram star in Hindu, in Chineseism, and a whole bunch of other pagan religions. So what does the scriptures have to say about this 6-pointed star? We see right here in 1 Kings chapter 11, 5 through 8. And Solomon followed Ashtaroth, the goddess of the Phoenicians, and Milcom, and the abomination of the Ammonites. Solomon did what was displeasing to the Lord and did not remain loyal to the Lord like his father at the time. And Solomon built a shrine for Shamash, the abomination of Moab, on the hill of near Jerusalem, and one for Molech, the abomination of the Ammonites. This is when Solomon had, in his old age, had driven back from the Lord and started worshiping other deities because of the women that he married. Amos chapter 5 verse 26. And you shall take up Sikkoth, your king, and Cain, your star god, your images that you made for yourself. Acts chapter 7:43. And you took up the tent of Moloch, the star god of Rephaim, the figures which you made to worship, and I will remove you from Babylon. So, the Star of David that we see today, or the Shield of David that they try to use, actually was two triangles put together. And we already know that the triangle is a very, very satanic pagan symbol. So, the Star of Moloch, and who is Moloch? Moloch is the god with the cow god that you see with the hands and the horns. That's Moloch. And that is a representation of him. That 6 hexagram star, red star, is actually a representation of him. So what they have done is not only converted to the Jewish Hebrew Israelite belief, but they brought in a lot of the paganism into it, showing that their true colors and what they are. And what does Proverbs, all right, we're going to go, what does Proverbs chapter 30 verse 6 says? It says, do not take away or add on to any of these words in the Bible or the holy words, lest you be proved a liar. For thousands of years, we see, thousands and hundreds of years, we see that everybody has been fooled and tricked. And now that people are coming into the enlightenment, into the spiritualism of the world, because this is the end times, we're actually seeing the truth. All right. So for all of those that have the Star of David, whether it's 6-star or 5-star, get rid of it. That star is the star of Moloch, and it's the star of Ashtoreth. It's all evil paganistic meaning. And it's so paganistic that this is the same star that the altar of Baal Solomon built, Moloch, Ashtoreth. These stars that represent these gods is the reason why Solomon got judged and fell from his greatness. Like I say, even Solomon with all his greatness has messed up and ended up getting judged in the end. So get rid of that star. Don't even look at it as the Star of David, because it's a lie. It's another deceit and lie that was put out there to fool you.